We're going to look at the generic features of EMB ERP. Once a user logs on to EMB, EMB will take the user to the user's home screen, depending on the user's access rights. We look at the generic features starting from every user's home screen on the top left corner to the right corner of the EMB home screen. First, once a user logs onto EMB, on the top left corner is the company logo. The next is the EMB application name. Then you see the welcome label that shows the name of the currently logged in user. Next will be the user's profile picture and the off power button, which is the login button. And finally, we see the global menu, starting from purchases, sales, settings, and display menu options. Each of these menu options have drop downs where you can navigate to other areas of EMB. Okay, we then look at what these functions do. Starting with the logo. From the company logo, once you click on EMB company logo, that will take you to the company branch offices. As you can see, in this case, we have Hatfield. In our own case, this is the only branch Optitech, the company, has. This company logo is changeable. You can do that from the configuration menu of EMB. Next to the logo is the EMB application name. A click on the EMB application name will take you to the device selection screen. Here you can select mobile, tablet, or desktop, and you can as well log out from this screen. If we now go back to the home screen by clicking on desktop, we then look at the next functionality, which is the currently user's username. Here we see EMB says welcome Joash. A click on either welcome or Joash should take you to your home screen, but in this case now we are already on the home screen. So to test that, if we click on the next functionality there, which is the user's profile, EMB will take us to the particular user we've clicked on and also present a pop-up screen where we can download the user's profile image if we wanted. The screen we just closed. Now, if we click on the welcome or the currently logged in user's username, EMB would then return us to our home screen. So from wherever we are on EMB, clicking on the welcome or our username will take us to the home screen. We've seen the use of the user profile picture, which we just clicked on. That gave us the opportunity to download our picture if we want, or to navigate to the record to view more information about the user's personal profile. Next to it is the logout button. You see, when we hover on that, it says logout, and that is the same with every EMB function. Labels, buttons, each one we hover on tells us what it does. Now, we will not click on logout because that will log us out, but we'll come back to it. Let's now move on to the next function. We'll hover over the purchases menu button, and that shows us the drop down. So from here, we could navigate to see all the purchases we've made for a particular day, see purchase activities for that for each of the transactions of that day. Then we can review also items we've bought, those that have been delivered to us. We can also navigate to items that were returned, and as well items we've already prepared for purchases. And finally, we can buy new items. So each of these functionalities we look at in separate videos. Next to the purchases is the sales drop-down. Within the drop-down, we can see we have both sales records and stock control. On the left side, within the sales record functions, we can see all the sales we've made for a particular day, and we can, on that same screen, look at various other functions. Next to it is the sales activities. We can use this function to drill down every sales we've made for a particular customer. We can review items we've sold and also items that were returned back to us. We can also view items that are pending from the items to sell option. Finally, to sell a new item, we will use the Sell New Items button. That will take us to the EMB electronic point of sales, where we can actually sell to our customers. But we'll look at each of these functions in a different video. Next to the sales record is the stock control. From the stock control, we set our stock, the products we sell, assign barcodes to them if we're required to use barcode scanners. We can then actually set the prices of the products and automate the product ordering and a whole lot of other functions we can carry out from the Manage Items for Sale function. Next to that is the sales expense incurred. Here, we record accounts of expenses we've made on sales. For each item we add on to EMB, if we have the EMB e-commerce system, we can actually add item descriptions to each of our products so that customers who visit our e-commerce site will be able to read more about those items and buy them. EMB also allows us view tax reports on sales we've made. So as we make sales, EMB helps us calculate all the VAT we've charged and all sorts of taxes which we might have to pay. Next to the sales function is the settings. As you can see, there are 6 different subsections to that. We have the tax manager, manage accounts, personnel management, filters, the audit, and others. And each of these have subsections as well. We will not go into details for now. The next function is the display. This function is unique to system administrators who have the right to navigate around the entire different user home areas on EMB. So as you can see, you can switch between devices from here or log out of EMB. We'll log out in a while. Next to that function is the switch home functionality. From the default configuration of EMB, we have the buyer, and that maps to the procurement department. We have the sellers, those in the sales department. We have administrators, those who manage the back ends of the system. We also have account reset history. a function that is for administrators to also access. Then we have reset password. The reset password functionality is for everyone, but only system administrators will have access to all these functions we are seeing in this user screen, because the user role logged on at the moment is the system administrator's user role. We'll look at other user screens in a different video. Thank you for watching